welcome back to another episode of JDM for All. Welcome back, JDM fam. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new here, do not forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 things I dislike about my 2021 Boost Blue Pearl Honda Civic Type R FK8. So the 5 things that I'm talking about today are not deal breakers. They're actually really small, and I'm kind of nitpicking with these, but it's really difficult to find something that I really do dislike about the car, because mostly, overall guys, I love it. I can't wait to pay it off and to mod it even more. I plan on keeping it, and I just love this car. Out of all of the cars that I've owned, which have been a few, and lots of Honda Civics and Hondas in general, this has been my favorite car that I've ever owned, and I cannot be any happier with it than I am right now. Also, if you guys want to see a likes video, I am going to make a likes video talking about everything that I love about the car, and there are a lot of things. I probably can't cover all of them in a video, and there's a lot more likes than dislikes for sure. So it's about time we talk about my Civic Type R. Alright guys, so this is my 21 Type R FK8. I've owned it a little over a year and a half now, and I am in love. It is the best car, like I mentioned, and I just love everything about it. But there are some small things that we're going to talk about. And one of them is the clutch pedal. The clutch pedal in here had to be adjusted, which really bugged me. I've never had to do that with any other car. I noticed that shifting into second gear at higher RPMs or quick shifting into second felt really difficult and somewhat notchy, so it felt like the transmission did not want me to shift into second at those RPMs or that quickly. So I searched online and found out that there are lots of people that have adjusted their clutch pedals in the Type R FK8. I adjusted my clutch, took out a little bit of the slack in there where it will engage a little bit quicker, and it fixed the problem. It works way better, it shifts a lot faster, and it just feels better shifting into second. Now I can shift into second super quick, I can shift into second at higher RPMs, and it just feels a lot better. And this might help for you if you are looking to solve this problem. I have a video on adjusting my clutch pedal in the Type R. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link that video to this video if you guys want to click on that and see how I adjusted my clutch. Another thing about the Type R that is pretty annoying that I found out the hard way is that rocks can get stuck in the shield back there behind the disc, and all you have to do is flex it and they'll come right out. I was up in Prescott, Arizona, northern Arizona, and out of nowhere I heard the loudest screech. I didn't know what it was. I actually drove for probably a half a mile to the Walmart and tried to fix this, and I ended up just flexing that rock shield. It came right out. I was super happy about it. That is something I didn't know about, and I do wish I knew about it before, but it's not a biggie. It really isn't a big deal. It is something that you should know about if you are looking into getting a Type R, and it is something that is pretty annoying. Now I have seen that there are aftermarket parts online that will cover up that area in between the shield and the disc, so you can block out that little space so rocks cannot get in there. That would probably be for the best, because just driving, you shouldn't have to worry about rocks flying up in here and getting into the disc. And if it does happen, it's really annoying and it's really noisy. Another thing that is really annoying is that these tires can throw rocks pretty easily. They're really sticky tires. It's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker, but it is something to look out for. Now, if it's during the summer, you park your car and it was a really hot day the day before, you pull it out of the garage and start driving, you'll hear rocks like crushing on the tires because they were stuck on the hot tire before. Obviously, this isn't a big deal, but you do have to look out for this, and with sticky tires, you're going to have problems like this. And that's why I have these rock guards, which do hold back a lot of flying rocks, give you a little bit of peace of mind as well. But I do have PPF protecting the whole front of my car, as well as the fender flares back there. But still, my doors aren't protected. You don't want rocks flying around anyways, so it's a good idea to have some rock guards. Here's the front right there, and here's the rears. I think they look great, as well as they are functional. They protect my car. And these are just a really easy add-on that will protect from rocks flying all over the place. Something else that I have noticed is that this scoop right here, I made a whole video about this, but the scoop can get water in here when you're washing your car, which can be really annoying. Water can get into the scoop. Now, I've noticed it on the valve cover and on the radiator cover right here. I did notice that there was dried up water on my engine cover and over here on my radiator cover. Now, what I did was, there are holes on the bottom of the hood that the water can leak through, and as it leaks through, it can fall through those holes as it comes down to the radiator area. Now, I plugged up the biggest holes over here that are over the engine, so that should keep all of the water off of the engine. And that's just something that I noticed that is pretty annoying. Now, I have heard that some people have had problems with their spark plugs going out because of this water sitting on their spark plugs and rusting them out, and that's obviously not good. And anything that you can do to prevent rusting on your engine is always a good thing. Now, the last thing that we're talking about in this 5 things I hate about my Type R video is the suspension in the back sometimes makes weird noises on my car. When I'm going up an entrance, like the entrance right here, if I take it at an angle in the Type R, I'm assuming one of my back wheels lifts off of the ground and I hear a clunk with my spring back there. I don't know if my spring is rubbing on something or whatever. If I don't hit the entrance at an angle as much, it doesn't do that, and it seems to do it in every single mode, whether it's comfort, sport, or R. And also, if the entrance is really smooth, it won't do it. It's only if it's got a pretty big bump, then it will actually make that noise if I hit it at an angle. Not a big deal, something I wanted to point out. So everything else about this Type R is amazing. Those are a few things that I've noticed that bother me, but they really aren't deal breakers. The clutch pedal, I mean, that's not a big deal. I adjusted it and it runs even better than it did before, so I'm happy with that. These are really things that you just want to look out for if you own a Type R, or if you're looking into buying a Type R. They're really not anything that's going to steer you away from a Type R. And like I mentioned, everything else is amazing about this car. The looks, the performance, the engine is just great. It sounds really good with my muffler delete, and yeah, it drives like a dream. It's super quick and it just looks like a race car. I love it. I love it. It's a very, very cool car, very unique car. You're not going to mistake any other car for this car. Maybe a WRX with that wing, but that's about it. So let me know what you guys think about this list, and if you own a Type R, let me know if you guys agree with any of these things. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for making it this far, and I'll see you guys on the next video.